So I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this nice soft little wave with the oval wand by Babyliss Pro. So I'm going to do that first, and then at the end of the video I'm just going to tell you how I got on with it, really, what kind of tool it is, whether I think it's good value for money, if I'm going to use it again, all of that stuff. So keep watching and you will get the review towards the end, that way. So we're going to start with a zigzag section, and we're going to use the zigzag section throughout with this technique, just so it adds a little bit more texture and a bit more definition when the curls aren't sort of all coming from the same area. When you zigzag it, obviously you've got some sort of sitting higher than others in different places, and that in turn just gives more texture and more of a wave rather than a sort of like curl or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a zigzag technique. So what I did to do that was literally just with both of my fingers go in at my temples and then move your fingers up and down to create a zigzag effect until they meet at the back, separate the hair, and then section the top section off. You are then left with that zigzag pattern at the side, which you can see here on this side and here on this side. And then we're going to separate the hair so we have two half sections, okay, on both sides. So we're now going to take about an inch section from the hairline, and with the first section around the hairline, we're going to angle the wand down and wrap the hair around it. So we really want to sort of keep it in that downward motion so that it creates a sort of softer wave rather than like a barrel curl. So this will just create that. So I have to leave this in for sort of 10 to 12 seconds to get the result I want. If I wanted a really tight curl, then I would leave it in for longer. So you can see that there. It's just quite a nice zigzag curl, and that's what the oval sort of creates, rather than it being a whole circle and like literally those are called barrel wands because they create barrel curls. This creates more of sort of like a zigzaggy wave. It's just a lot more natural. So with the next section, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come down from the top and take an inch section. So because this is at the top of the zigzag, you've got a bit more hair in this section, which is also good if there's sort of a mixed variation of hair in each section that you take, because that in turn is just going to add more texture. So this one, we're going to pop the wand in again, but we're going to wrap the hair towards the face. So still keeping the wand facing downwards, holding it above the head, and we're just going to leave it on for about 10 seconds, and then we're going to release the hair again. So then the next section I will do facing away from the head, and then that last section I will do towards. So I am alternating how I do it. So again, just check I didn't turn that off. We're going to go in at the root and wrap the hair away from the face. Now this does get really, really hot. So if you want to, there is a glove that comes with it. It's like a safety glove, heat glove, so you can't burn your hands. I'm not an absolute pro with this. I still burn my hands sometimes, but I don't like to wear the glove. I quite like to just have natural. I also keep a little bit of the end out here. This just creates a really soft wave rather than it being really sort of barrely all the way to the ends. So now we have that last tiny little section there. I'm going to wrap that towards the face, so you bring the wand in front of the curl and wrap towards. It's quite a small section, so I'm only going to leave it for a couple of seconds. This gives a really soft curl. So we're going to do the same on this side. So I've just gone in and done the same zigzagging section for the second parting. So I went in with my fingers, zigzagged all the way to the back, and I've split the hair in half, ready to do this top section. So we're going to do the same technique all the way through the hair. We're going to alternate the sections with the direction that we tilt and wrap the hair just to add as much texture as possible. That's all of them on that side. So we're now going to go through and do exactly the same on this side. So we're going to go away from the face, towards the face, away from the face. And then if there's another one after that, we'll just do the same, constantly alternating the sections just to create a lot more texture and definition between each curl. So I'll come back in a sec once I've done all of the rest of my hair, and I'll just show you a little bit more of the technique on top. It'll be exactly the same process though, so you won't miss anything. See you in a sec. So I'm back and I've done both sides and I've just got this top section left now. So what we're gonna do through the top here is we're gonna put like a zigzag parting even through the top. Now I'm not gonna wear it in a zigzag parting, I'm gonna like flip my head over and shake it all out once it's done. But this will just ensure that there's like maximum texture all the way through. So I'm just gonna use the end of the clip here. And I'm just gonna, you don't need to be neat with this at all. I'm literally just gonna go in and zigzag it all the way to the back. Split the hair in half, which can be quite hard with a zigzag parting, but you can just sort of like knead it apart. You can see there, super zigzaggy. And then we're just gonna pick up the bits that are left. So you can just see that section there. So we're just gonna do the same technique as before. We're gonna go in with the wand, facing away from the face and twisting the hair round. Hold it in place for 10 seconds and release. We'll do the next one. This one's quite a thick section, so I'm gonna leave it for a little bit longer than 10 seconds. So I've now gone through and done this side, so I'm gonna go through the other side and just do the same with those few bits of hair that are left there. So now we're just gonna check to see that there's no bits that have somehow managed to escape. I think we're good. Oh, that's the door. One sec. So I couldn't get angry about him interrupting my filming because it is a shush. Yay. Okay, where was I? I'm gonna shake it out. You don't wanna go too mad when you shake it out, but you just wanna like really pull some bits out, separate the waves a bit, so like pull it outwards, so like this way. I just shook my hair out and I'm really happy with the end result. I do this so regularly with my wand. It's my favorite style to do with it. It's just really natural. It gives loads of body and definition, and because of the different directions of the curls, the texture is mad. It's just, yeah, my favorite. It's so natural looking as well. You can style it in so many ways, so versatile. And I recommend this for all the finer haired ladies out there as well. This tool is so handy, you're gonna love it as well. It has 25 heat settings, so I use the highest, number 25, because I have really thick, quite dense hair. If you did have finer hair, I would definitely recommend sort of like trying out the lower temperatures first. So I did a client using the wand the other day and I put it down onto, I think it was 19 or 20, and that created exactly the right wave for her hair texture. So also, if you do want to use a lower heat, so say for example, if I used a lower heat today, I would get a much less defined wave. So it would just be more of like one twist rather than like multiple twists. So that's another thing I could try out, isn't it? Yeah. Overall, I would definitely recommend this tool. I'd give it probably a 7 out of 10. I love how long the cable is. It's really easy to style your own hair. The other good thing about a long cable as well, because I'm a hairdresser, it means that I can plug it in people's houses and it will still reach over to where they're sat, which is great. I think affordability, massive thumbs up from me. Really happy with the price and the product. I think, to be honest, they probably could have charged more. I think it heats up really, really well. It does take over a minute to heat up, but it's still really hot. You still get the result. That doesn't bother me, but it will bother some people. So if you need it really quickly, as in seconds, then this probably isn't the one for you, but I'm absolutely fine with it taking a minute. I just leave it to warm up whilst I'm finishing off my makeup, and then I'll start doing my hair, which is fine for me. The best thing about the oval wand is its versatility. So I'm really happy with how many different styles you can create with the oval wand. So you can do a lovely wave like this, where you're alternating the direction that you're twisting the hair. Or you could twist all of the hair around the wand in the same direction and brush it out to create different waves. You could also try other styles where you take bigger sections on lower heats or smaller sections on higher heats. So that was my how to use the oval wand by Babyliss Pro to create soft, lovely waves. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon for some more hair tutorials. Bye guys.